All right, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to First Report 8.0 with Fletcher Tabuteau.
And this guy, Clayton Mitchell.
Yeah, we're back after a few weeks. We have been busy working, to be fair. Fletch,
It's been an incredibly busy period.
in fact, every single time that we've done this show over the last 6 months, you've always been going somewhere. But this one was a particularly good going somewhere event. You were at APEC.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big deal for me personally, and it was really important, of course, for New Zealand to be participating at APEC. It was in Papua New Guinea this time. It was the Trade Ministers Forum.
Is that a dangerous place to travel?
You need to be careful, to be honest, but man, what a beautiful place it is. So,
Take your 6-shooter with you?
No guns.
What did you talk about at APEC?
Trade.
Yeah.
So the focus is on trade, what the future of trade looks like, and actually was able to pull aside a few countries, that's the terminology, to discuss some of New Zealand's trade
Just
deals.
sort of point them at you.
Yeah, come over here. and it went really well, thanks.
Oh, great stuff.
Yeah.
Now, so that's a great bit of news. Another great bit of news this week, is everybody's been talking about it, is the 3 strikes.
They certainly have.
It's sort of got the headlines, and it sort of talks about the whole coalition and what's going on. But in actual fact, this is exactly what the coalition is about. You know, we have a tension of ideas. We get around the table, we discuss it. We couldn't see eye to eye on this matter. It's certainly it's a serious base issue for New Zealand First. We're very much focused on law and order party. And when we couldn't get the idea across the line, it was obviously something that was agreed to, that maybe we'll just pull this away. 3 strikes is here to stay. The data backs up that works. I think it goes from around about 3,000 to 4,000 offenders on their first strike. It drops down for the second strike down to about 200 or 300 people.
And let's be honest, we're talking about the worst offenders in society,
That's
right? We're talking about the worst kind of crimes. This isn't 3-strike shoplifting. This is
That's right.
this is heinous crimes,
Yeah.
and this is a good outcome as far
And look,
as I'm concerned.
as we've had the Minister of Police in here, we know that the police are under-resourced. We've got corrections that are stretched to the max. There's a lot we need to do in this space.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is not the magic bullet,
This isn't going to solve the
but
problem.
it needs to stay.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Fletch, anything else that you've got happening in your space?
Well, today and yesterday, actually, unfortunately, I've been up in Auckland a lot.
And unfortunately, that's the super city, isn't it?
So,
Hope you're not listening, Auckland.
Yeah, sorry.
He does
Auckland.
actually love you.
Dealing with trade and business investment.
Nice.
So making sure that people understand that good investment is good investment no matter where it comes from.
Great.
And that our doors aren't closed, and what does good investment look like for the country. So met with a whole large group of Australians yesterday, for example, meeting with a large group from India tonight. So, and you know, if investment's good for the country, then
very
investment's good for the country.
And you'll be pleased to know that we're progressing the base erosion and profit shifting legislation. In fact, he was away yesterday on business. Clayton, can you get into the house there and speak on this very important legislation? Yeah,
Exactly.
sure. So I can actually give you an update on that. Essentially what the base erosion and profit shifting legislation is that we're forcing through Parliament at pretty quick pace is to enable New Zealand to tax those multinational organisations that are using New Zealand as a trading post, a gold rush trading post, not paying, in some cases, any tax at all. And conservatively, I think that is going to raise about $275 million in revenue. That's not the key.
That's really conservative.
That's very. I mean, we've seen figures as high as $1.1 billion. Billion dollars.
Yeah.
The key to that is actually putting New Zealand Inc. on the same level playing field as those
Just making
international
sure
companies.
Kiwi businesses operating on a level playing field with their international competitors. So,
Well, we've got a busy day ahead of us. We've got the third day of our sitting day in the next sitting block. Thanks for joining us this week. We'll be back next week with another exciting episode of First Report 9.0.
Thanks, everyone. See you later.